I'm not sure where to begin, because this weekend at Circuit of the Americas has gone from "this looks promising" to "we might be watching something truly special unfold." And what makes it remarkable is that we're not following just one story. We've got two massive storylines developing at the same venue in two different NASCAR series, and somehow both of them feel like pieces of a larger shift happening in the sport right now. One of them could reshape the road course conversation in the Xfinity series, and the other is standing right at the edge of outright history in the Cup Series. If road course racing gets your blood pumping, the late braking, the dive bombs, the pressure when two elite drivers go wheel to wheel, this weekend delivers everything you've been waiting for. Let's begin with qualifying for the Focused Health 250 at COTA, where Connor Zilisch put together an absolutely electric lap, a 1 minute, 37.740 seconds around the 2.44-mile layout in the number 1 JR Motorsports Chevrolet. That wasn't just fast, it was a statement. It marked his 10th career Xfinity Series pole. And here's the part that should stop you in your tracks. Zilisch is 19 years old, and this was only his 37th career start in the series. That kind of consistency at that age, at this level of competition, is genuinely rare. And the context matters here. He won this exact race 12 months ago. So we're talking about a defending race winner on pole at a track where he's already demonstrated he knows how to finish. Right beside him on the front row is Shane van Gisbergen, who is roughly 2/10 back, but still clearly among the fastest cars in the two of them are Cup Series teammates at Trackhouse Racing and both driving Chevrolets for JR Motorsports this week, which adds a fascinating layer to the dynamic. Two elite road racers, same equipment, same team, launching into the same first corner. And COTA's Turn 1 braking zone is already one of the most chaotic spots on the calendar. So, with these two going off the front row together, it could be extraordinary. Behind them, Austin Hill, who opened the 2025 season with a Daytona win, qualified third. Brandon Jones was an impressive fourth, and Justin Allgaier, Carson Kvapil, Brent Cruz, Sam Mayer, defending race winner Sheldon Creed, and Sammy Smith filled out the top 10. Worth noting that Mayer led the lone practice session, while Creed was second quickest, and Austin Green, Jesse Love, and Anthony Alfredo were also competitive. There's real depth throughout this. It wasn't a clean session for everyone, because one Austin Hill, the driver of the number 21 Richard Childress Racing Chevrolet, not to be confused with the Austin Hill who qualified third, suffered a mechanical issue in practice and never completed a qualifying lap, though he had enough owner points to make the race and will start 38. With 40 entries and only 38 available positions, two drivers went home without racing. Josh Williams in the number 92 DGM Racing Chevrolet and Tyler Gonzalez in the number 5 Haydinger Motorsports Ford both failed to make the cut. And that's the painful reality of a full entry list where you travel to COTA, prep all week, and then don't get a shot of the green. The bigger picture here is that Zilisch is becoming a serious force on road course. And when you pair him with Van Gisbergen, widely regarded as one of the most naturally gifted road racers in the paddock, you're building a rivalry that could define this series throughout the entire season. Now let's talk about Sunday, because this is where things get genuinely historic. If Shane van Gisbergen wins the Cup Series race at Circuit of the Americas, he will tie Jeff Gordon's record for the longest consecutive road course winning streak in Cup Series history at 6 straight victories. Here's how we got here. Van Gisbergen closed out the 2024 season by winning the final 5 road course events on the schedule, starting at Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez in Mexico City, where he won by over 16 seconds, then Watkins Glen, where the margin was 11 seconds, then the Charlotte Roval, where he was ahead by more than 15 seconds at the finish. 3 of those victories ranked among the largest winning margins in road course racing since 1996. And this wasn't just winning. This was methodical, dominant, relentless racing. Looking at his full road course numbers from last season, he accumulated 293 points across those events, averaging nearly 49 points per race and finishing more than 73 points ahead of the next best driver in that category. Across 6 road course starts as a Cup rookie, he led more than half of all laps run, spent 85% of his time inside the top 5, and fewer than 5% of his total laps were run outside the top 10. Those numbers don't describe a good driver having a strong season. They describe something generational. But COTA has been the one circuit that hasn't given him a win yet. In his 2024 Cup start there, a pit road speeding penalty in Stage 2 derailed his race, and he finished 20th. In the shortened layout race last year, he led 23 laps and still ended up 6th. His lone Xfinity start at COTA in 2024 also ended in frustration. After a late battle with both Kyle Larson and Austin Hill, a final lap course-cutting incident dropped him to a 27th place result. He's had the speed at this track every single time. The full race package just hasn't come together yet. Sunday is his 53rd career Cup start, and if he wins, he doesn't just tie Gordon's streak. He also ties Chase Elliott at 7 road course wins, the most among active Cup drivers. He's spoken about it himself, acknowledging that chasing this kind of history is meaningful. And when Kevin Harvick pressed him on it recently, you could hear in his response that he fully understands what's at stake. Trackhouse Racing also looks stronger this season than they were a year ago. More organized, better prepared, with a clearer structure around their program. And the conditions are set up for Van Gisbergen to finally solve COTA. Saturday, we could get a Zilisch versus Van Gisbergen battle for the ages in the Xfinity race. And Sunday, we could witness record-tying history in the Cup Series. This isn't just a routine road course weekend. This feels like one of those moments that people reference later, a moment that clarifies where the sport is heading and who's going to shape it. If Zilisch goes back-to-back, he cements his standing as the next generation of road racing talent in NASCAR's developmental ranks. And if Van Gisbergen wins Sunday, we stop talking about a hot streak and start talking about legacy. That's why we watch. That's why COTA gets circled on the calendar every single year.